Okay. Why is it so blurry? Always when I start this video. Okay, there it goes maybe. Okay, so this one says to solve by substitution. But remember, you don't have to do it the way the directions say. I don't care which method you use to solve it. You can use calculator, graphing, substitution, elimination, whatever method works for you. So these are both y equals. So if you were to use substitution, just so you know what it would look like, is you would take this right here and you're going to put it in for this y right here, okay? And then because you're putting it in this equation, this is the equation you're rewriting. But if they're both y equals, obviously the fastest way to get the answer is in the calculator. And so if I had this on the ACT, absolutely 100%, I'm putting this in the calculator, that's all I'm doing. I don't have time. But when you have a test where you have some extra time to check your work, you may want to put it in the calculator and then check your work by substituting just to make sure you did it right. So here, y equals negative 5x plus 30. And then the other one, y equals negative 2x plus 9. Okay? And then you're going to want to graph it to make sure that you can see the intersection. And I can see the intersection. And remember, if you can't see the intersection, you're going to your window to change the window. Okay? But this one I don't need to because I can see it. I see the answer. So I'm going to go to second calc. Number 5 is the intersection. That's the answer. Double check you typed everything right. Yes, that's my first curve. Yes, that's my second curve. Yes, I want you to tell me the answer. And the answer it gives me is 7, negative 5. Okay. All right. So if you want to just check your work because you're done with your test and you have some extra time, you want to make sure that what you typed in the calculator was right, you're going to take this and put it in right here. Okay? Or you could go get a physical graph paper from the back of the room and graph it out. If that's how you want to check yourself, that's fine, because there's not a graph provided on this problem. But if you want to use substitution, you're going to put this in for that y. So I'm going to rewrite this equation right here, because this is where I'm putting it. And instead of y, I'm going to write in parentheses this, because this is y. Now that I've written what I'm putting in for y, I have to write the rest of the equation. So equals negative 2x plus 9. We can see that because there's nothing with that the parentheses here are unnecessary. There's nothing being multiplied out here. And if I multiply a 1, which is what's really there, it's not going to change. So I'm going to get rid of the parentheses. Okay. So then I want to, notice I have a problem. I have x's on both sides. I don't want to have x's on both sides. So I want to get all my x's on one side, all my constants on the other. So I'm going to move this one. It's a negative 2x, so I'm going to add 2x to both sides. You can go either way, so long as all the x's are on one, all the constants are on the other. So I have negative 3x, the plus 30 comes straight down, and the 9 comes straight down. So now my x's are over here. So that means I want my constants over here, which means I have to move the 30 over here. So minus 30 over here. Let's see, right. 21. So we get x equals 7. Once we know what x is, then we're going to take this and we're going to put it in for x in one of these equations. It doesn't matter which. I'm going to use the bottom one, but it doesn't matter. So y equals negative 2, parentheses 7, plus 9. And then we're going to solve it. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14 plus 9. And we have y equals right here. Negative 14 plus 9 is 5. So now we've just verified that we have x equals 7, y equals negative 5, sorry, because negative 14 plus 9 is negative 5. So we've just verified that we did it right. So that's something you can do to help verify that your calculator steps are accurate.